Hey everyone, I'm back with my favorite video to film, an Empties video. I'm Maxine, and if it's your first time ever watching an Empties video, it's basically when I show you all of the products I finished up and do a little mini review of them. I tend to do Empties videos every 3 months, so this is a collection of everything I finished between January and March. I'm just gonna dig right in. Okay, so this is the Body Shop's Ginger Scalp Care Shampoo, and I basically alternate between my regular shampoo and this one. I think it does a really good job of keeping my scalp fresh and clean, so I have repurchased this. Even though it contains SLS, which I don't really love, I think it does a good job. This is a Trader Joe's facial cleansing oil with argan and coconut oils. I have just the teeniest bit left, but I will be finishing that today. This is $6.99, which is a good price for a cleansing oil, but not my favorite. I've previously used the Innisfree one as well as the Josie Maran one. Really love the Josie Maran one, but of course that's a lot pricier. This didn't clean off as well as the other two that I used. I felt like it left more of a residue on my face. I probably would repurchase this if I was in a bind, but I would prefer trying other drugstore brands. This is my first ever micellar water. This is the Sephora micellar cleansing water in the scent Yuzu, which is supposed to be revitalizing and toning. You know how like each scent has like a different purpose? I don't really think that's true. I like this. I didn't use it as a makeup remover necessarily. I typically used it when I was removing my eye makeup, my waterproof eye makeup. So I go in usually with an oil on my eyes, and then I would use a cotton round and this to remove any oily residue, and it worked really well. It smells delicious, but I probably wouldn't repurchase just because, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I probably wouldn't repurchase because this was like half price that I got it for, $4 for 3.38 ounces, and it went by so quickly. And I think there are a lot of drugstore options that are as good, if not better, and a little bit cheaper. I also finished my first ever pack of cotton rounds. This is a basic one from Target, which was fine. I've repurchased. I finished a Savannah Bee Honey Body Lotion in Tupelo Honey. I couldn't have been happier to finish this, not because it was a bad lotion. It was pretty hydrating actually, and it's like all natural, but the scent was killer in not a good way. This one had like a lemon tone to it and mixed in a lotion. I don't know, it was just really off-putting. I do remember that Bath & Body Works used to sell this brand eons ago. I remember their blackberry scent was really yummy smelling, so I would be happy to go back and try another scent of this Savannah Bee lotion, not in that scent. This is a Schmidt's Bergamot and Lime deodorant in a jar. It's a glass jar, I believe. Really like this stuff. The scent was good. Bergamot and Lime was very unisex, a little bit cologne-y, but the scent like went away really quickly. The only reason I didn't want to repurchase this jar version is because it was kind of a pain to use. It comes with a scoop, as you can see in there, and then you just put it on your fingers and then spread it into your armpits. I have repurchased this brand because I do think it works. I bought the stick version, but I bought the rose and vanilla scent, which I thought I would love because I like rose scents, but that was so overpowering that I had to go back and look for another scent in the Schmidt stick formula. I ended up getting the charcoal and magnesium, which I was a little worried about at first because it's gray colored and I thought it would like get on my clothes or something, but so far so good, and the scent is really nice. It's soapy and kind of unisex, non-offensive. The rose one was so overpowering and it stuck through all day. It got onto my clothes. I felt like all my coworkers could smell me. I finished a hand soap from Deep Steep. This is in Sugar Plum and it's the Argan Oil Hand Wash. This is my favorite brand of hand soap. This lasts me about 6 months. It's 17.6 ounces because it's so thick and gel-like. It's natural and it comes in a lot of different scents. I usually pick these up from TJ Maxx or Marshalls because if you buy it retail, it's about $12, which is a lot for a hand soap. But I get it for about $5. And not my favorite brand of hand soap, Bath & Body Works hand soap. This was 10 ounces, the Eucalyptus mint hand soap with olive oil. It was a little bit drying at first, but eventually my hands got used to it. The Deep Steep ones are pretty hydrating. I feel like I don't really have to follow up with a lotion or anything like that. But this, something about the formula of the soap, it was very liquidy, I guess, in comparison to the Deep Steep and maybe the pump. This was only 7, almost 8 ounces less, but it lasted me only half the amount of time that the deep steep ones do. The scent was fine. It was like cologne-y, fresh smelling. I've already purchased more Bath & Body Works soaps, but Deep Steep has my heart. I finished a sheet mask. This is a Korean brand called GobdiGoun. Sorry if I mispronounced that. This is the water balloon aqua mask. I've mentioned before that I don't really like sheet masks because I just hate having stuff drip down my face and then having to like sit like this for 20 minutes basically. But considering that fact about me, this was a pretty good sheet mask. This was like very, very saturated with the essence that it came in. But the fourth ingredient in this is sodium hyaluronic, and then third ingredient was glycerin. So it's pretty like hydrating. It also contains like some natural extracts like milk protein extract, I don't know what that is, some sort of flower water, honey extract. I thought it was good. I wouldn't purchase it because I don't like sheet masks, but otherwise it's got really good reviews on the internet. I finished this Rise and Glow Duo from Drunk Elephant. I've spoken extensively about these two products, and I'll link the videos that I've done on these products to this video. This was the C-Firma Day Serum, and this was the B-Hydra Intensive Hydration Gel. Basically the vitamin C serum of the bunch and the hyaluronic acid product. Together these were $23 in a pack. I really loved this vitamin C serum. This is my favorite of the two that I've tried, and I've already repurchased this, and I will probably continue to repurchase this until I find something I like better. This one I'm on. It's a gel kind of texture, so I went through it really quickly, whereas this little bottle lasted me about 10-11 months. I didn't really see any results from this. I'm still on the fence about hyaluronic acid and whether it actually does anything, because I think even if it does, the results are quite temporary. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this on its own. Speaking of hyaluronic acids, I also finished up the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5. This was completely different. This was a very liquidy serum-like texture and much easier to spread than the Drunk Elephant one, which is more of a gel. I think a little less goes a lot longer of a way with this than that one, because you need a lot of product when it's a gel to spread around your entire face. I'm still on the fence about whether hyaluronic acid actually does anything. I didn't even see really a short-term effect. You get a whole ounce for like $6. Finally finished this Sunday Riley Luna Sleeping Night Oil. Hated this. I didn't really like it in the beginning, but it just got worse as we went on. Let me show you what happened in the end. Do you see all that crustiness? Ugh. It's a retinol product. I didn't really think it did much of anything. In the beginning, I think I did see some plumping of my fine lines, but it was very minor. And then I think retinol is supposed to help with pimples and things like that. I would put it directly on my pimples, did nothing. The smell was off-putting. It smelled like a frying oil to me, and it was blue tinted. It supposedly contains blue tansy and German chamomile, but in the ingredients list, I think it said blue coloring was the reason. It was this blue. Definitely would not purchase that in a full size. That came in like a Sephora Beauty Sleep. Okay, this is a Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless pressed powder in the normal to oily skin, translucent. I actually ended up really liking this. I replaced the Rimmel Stay Matte with this product. I really like the Rimmel Stay Matte, but it just contains parabens, so that's a big no-no for me. The only thing I didn't like about this particular product was the packaging. Look how thick that is. For traveling, it's just not ideal. And like only the top layer was powder, this little thin layer. Bottom contained a poof that has somehow disappeared. I would repurchase this again though. I finished a concealer. This is Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. I bought this quite a few years ago when they were still available in store at Walmart. I got this for like $4.29 or something like that. I don't think Walmart or any American retailer carries this anymore, not even on their website, so it'd be really difficult to get your hands on this if you are in the US. I like the consistency of this. It was quite thick. The thing I didn't like about this was that in daylight or sunlight especially, you could see little glitter particles. I wouldn't repurchase this even if I could. I didn't really think it made me look that much more awake. I think it was supposed to be the glitter particles that made you look really awake, but I don't really associate glitter with being awake. I kind of associate it more with like nightclubs and disco balls. Finished the CoverGirl Supersizer mascara in Waterproof. This was a really good mascara for me. I struggle with a few things, which is length of eyelashes, my curls staying up, and smudging. This did a good job of all three of them. The only one of those three things that it wasn't 100% great at was the smudging. I would say about 4 or 5 hours in, especially if I'd been like walking a lot or was warm, this would start smudging just a little bit under here, but not anywhere near as bad as most of the other mascaras I've tried. So I would definitely repurchase this. Another thing I didn't really love about this product was that it made my eyelashes look rubbery, I guess. So it made it hard sometimes to go back in to do any touch-ups. I have found that most of the mascaras that don't smudge tend to give my lashes a rubbery effect. Like the Maybelline Falsies, that one is not as good as this in terms of smudging, but that also gave me a really rubbery effect. Finished another lotion here. This was from my travels in Canada. I will link that vlog down below if you want to check it out. This was just one of the travel ones they give you in the hotel rooms. This was Apothea Wave. Nice scent. It was very ocean-like, sea salt, and it felt very hydrating in the moment, but I felt that every 30 minutes I had to reapply. We're almost done here. I finished a Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Age Prevention Cleanser. And the whole anti-aging thing is kind of funny if you think about it. We're all gonna age anyway. I know we're trying to prevent the signs of aging, and we're so obsessed, like science is so obsessed with stopping disease, which is, you know, completely honorable, but what's the end goal? Like to live forever? That's kind of strange to me. Anyway, I really like this. I was surprised. It didn't make my eyes sting. It was this like liquidy gel texture. It had almost no scent. Yeah, it does a little bit, but it's a really like green, clean scent. It did a really good job of cleansing my face. I really like the gel texture, so I would purchase this. And the last two products in my little bag are candles. It's been a while, I think, since I've finished candles, but then again, it's been a while since I've done an empties video. The first one is the Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Apple Candle in the 4-ounce one. I actually picked this up during the semi-annual sale this past winter. I don't generally like their pumpkin line because I feel like they're all just really bakery-like or generic. And this is a pretty generic scent. Kind of reminds me of the cinnamon pine cones, but this has a little bit of a fruity scent, a little mellow fruity scent. Actually, what this reminds me of is the Bath & Body Works Spiced Cider Candle from a few years back. But I think it's a little less spicy. But anyway, I liked it. I would probably repurchase the scent. And then the other candle I finished was the Voluspa Seijo Persimmon. People love the scent. It's not my favorite from Voluspa actually, but I can see why people like it so much. It's very, very fruity. Persimmon doesn't really have a scent, does it? This to me smells like a stone fruit, like a peach or something, or a plum, which is a very deep peach to me, really. I would probably repurchase it, but it's not high on my list. Actually, I probably wouldn't repurchase this because it's not high up on my list. Okay, so those were all of my empties for the past 3 months. This is pretty impressive for me because I used to only finish like 10 for every 3 months. If you have an empties video you'd like to share with me, link me down below and I'll check it out. Otherwise, thanks as always for watching. If you aren't yet a subscriber and you'd like to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button down below. And otherwise, I will see you in 2 weeks with a new video.